Well, taking you straight to our top story. Days after 4 senior-most judges raised the issue of assignment of Judge Loya case, a two-judge bench of the Apex Court is likely to hear the case today.
And Ankit, the plea in the Supreme Court demands a probe into the death of the CBI judge who was hearing a case relating to the killing of gangster Sarabuddin Sheikh in an alleged fake shootout. BJP Chief Amity was named and accused and was later discharged by the court. On Sunday, Judge Loya's son Anuj, at a hurriedly convened press conference, had allayed fears of foul play in his father's death.
Meanwhile, Congress has demanded that Loya's family is under pressure, while the BJP accuses its political opponent of seeing a conspiracy where there is none. The case got attention last week when 4 senior-most judges of the Supreme Court hit out against the Chief Justice of India, claiming selective assignment of important cases.
This whole argument that there is a politicization is false. We are simply, as a responsible stakeholder of Indian democracy, as a party, asking for an inquiry and putting before you the absolute patent paradoxes and contradictions in the diverse statements.
First and foremost, it should have been, ought to have been, a suo motu inquiry. Now, I don't want to address the question who should do the investigation. I can only say, whether it's High Court or whether it's Supreme Court, I can only say it has to be a totally impartial, independent investigation.
लोया अभी किसी की प्रॉपर्टी नहीं रही, लोया मर्डर ये किसी निजी मामला नहीं रहा, ये देश का और जुडिशरी का मामला है। जुडिशरी के क्रेडिबिलिटी के लिए इसमें थरो इंक्वायरी होनी चाहिए। समाज को, देश को, दुनिया को मालूम होना चाहिए कि इसमें जजेस ने इंक्वायरी की है, या तो जो कुछ एलिगेशन हुए 100 करोड़ हो, डेथ हो, वो प्रूव हुए नहीं हुए, देश को बताना चाहिए।
So Ankit, BJP and Congress are indulging in politics over Justice Loya's death, and let's take a look at all that.
I want to ask you, Uday Gaware, because you have come all the way from Latur. Do you believe that there is any reason for an independent inquiry after what Anuj Loya, the son of Justice Loya, said yesterday? He said, we don't suspect any foul play. Do you suspect any foul play? Do you think there should be an independent inquiry?
Yes, we are demanding separate independent inquiry because the Anuj has filed an application to the Chief Justice of Maharashtra in 2014 and demanded inquiry in this matter.
He demanded an inquiry then.
Yeah,
so you are saying that in 2014, the same boy, Anuj Loya, demanded an inquiry. In February 2015, he in fact wrote a letter saying that there could be, he feared a conspiracy.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you are very clear in your mind.
Yes, definitely.
You don't believe that Judge Loya died of a heart attack?
No, no.
You don't believe that?
No, no, no.
You are convinced that he did not die of a heart attack?
Yes, no, by heart attack. He is best tennis player and there is no any system of a heart attack.
Any possibility therefore that you are saying that he was murdered?
Yes.
You are saying today on national television, Uday Gaware, with all...
Definitely this is planned murder of a judge.
Nalin Kohli here is the closest friend of Judge Loya, who has been his batchmate for years, coming on national television and saying he believes that he is not willing to accept he died of a heart attack. He says Anuj Loya in 2014 moved a petition in Bombay High Court wanting an inquiry. There was a letter he wrote to a friend in 2015 saying he feared that his family could be targeted. Your response, why is the BJP unwilling in that sense to even countenance the idea of an independent inquiry?
You know, I must say that this is a very good example of what I may define as a kangaroo court. I don't know who the gentleman is. He claims he's the closest friend of it. He makes something and says he's a murderer. This is a murder. Tomorrow another man may sit and say Rajdeep Sardesai took a supari to do a show like this.
No, 1 minute. Uday Gaware, who are you? No. Uday Gaware, are you?
1 minute, exactly.
No, Uday Gaware,
this is a wild allegation. His word is supposed to be law. And when I give you a counter argument, I'm interrupting. And you're saying this is a breaking news. This is funny.
Maybe,
sir, maybe I am a Supreme Court advocate. So even I have a right to have a point, sir. So I mean, just because you are a former that, we are human beings. What is the evidence you say? The son goes out there and he clearly says that I don't want it. The TV shows it. You may be anything, sir. But is there an evidence that you come beyond an allegation? And as a district bar association person who obviously practices law, and I hope you practice law, is this the example of how law is to be practiced? You sit on national television, make a wild allegation and call it murder. What is that evidence that you are presenting here?
In this matter, we are demanding inquiry.
Sitting there insinuating
because
the BJP,
his son has given allegation.
Same thing can be done against Rajdeep Sardesai. I can make an insinuation.
I don't think anyone has said the BJP is
an advocate at the Supreme Court. Yes. So let's now investigate Rajdeep Sardesai.
Okay.
What's happening, sir?
Okay. You make a point, Nalin Kohli, that you cannot go by innuendo. You have to go by evidence. And Mohammad Khan, before I come to my lawyers, including the distinguished Soli Sorabji, Indira Jaisingh and Vikas Singh, I want to ask you, is the Congress also simply throwing mud in the hope that it will stick? Somewhere is there a sense that you are preying on innuendo? You are creating a smoke screen. Where is the hard evidence? The medical authorities that we spoke to in Nagpur, the medical authorities suggested to us, the judges who accompanied Judge Loya to Nagpur at the time, they said they did not suspect any foul play.
Right. Now, I will of course answer your question, but before
please answer my question.
I'll answer your question first then. Now, there is too much that has been written and said about the circumstances preceding Justice Loya's death. There are doubts as to how he even travelled to the hospital. Some people say he was taken there in an auto rickshaw. Some people say he was taken in a bus or in a friend's car. The very fact that there are so many doubts surrounding this issue and the circumstances that came after it. And I believe Caravan has written at length about this. Anyone can go and read these articles,
but we cannot say at the moment that he was killed. He could well have died of a heart attack.
You may be, Mr. Sardesai, when there is doubt, then these people should welcome an inquiry. Now, I want to say one thing here, and this ties into the first point. First of all, I'm very disappointed to see a distinguished spokesperson like Nalinji resorting to the BJP playbook. Nalinji, I did not expect you to raise such sort of ad hominem arguments where you're attacking the person instead of the point. Now, he did not name the BJP, but the way you defended the fact that, oh my God, how can you say this? Are you even a lawyer? You questioned everything about him. But you didn't answer the point. Do you welcome an inquiry?
Okay, let him answer that and then I'll go to the lawyer.
By all means, you should welcome an inquiry.
Do you welcome an inquiry? I don't think anyone is saying, maybe the friend has got emotional and is saying that he believes he was murdered, but none of us are saying that. But you at least accept that there should be an inquiry.
I'm not BJP.
Well, top 4 judges of the Supreme Court made direct allegations on the conduct of the Chief Justice of India.
And at the heart of the entire stalemate is the medical admission scam, where the FIR by the CBI has pointed fingers at sitting judges of the High Court and Supreme Court without taking names.
The administration of the Supreme Court is not in order.
The Indian judiciary is currently witnessing tough times after an unprecedented press conference by the top 4 judges of the Supreme Court making direct allegations on the conduct of the Chief Justice of India. At the heart of the entire stalemate is the medical admission scam, where the FIR by the CBI has pointed fingers at sitting judges of the High Court and Supreme Court without taking names. After the CBI arrested a former Odisha High Court judge, I.M. Kudusi, and a few middlemen who had offered to fix cases in favour of a medical college, barred by the government for having substandard facilities, wanted the CJI to stay away from the hearings.
Whether the Chief Justice was privy to this, whether he was aware of this, involved in this, is a matter which needs investigation.
Investigating the medical admission scam case, the CBI had intercepted conversations of Judge Kudusi with the middleman. Those conversations allegedly show the middleman boasting that he will get a favourable order from the Supreme Court. Lawyers like Prashant Bhushan have alleged that since it was the current Chief Justice of India, Deepak Mishra, who was hearing the MCI matters, an independent investigation should be held.
The Supreme Court, while dismissing the 2 petitions filed by Prashant Bhushan seeking an independent probe, an SIT probe into the entire MCI scam, the court had observed that indeed there is no direct evidence which calls for an investigation on none other than the Chief Justice of India, and all of these comments made by Bhushan were very irresponsible.
The current judicial standoff started with the Chief Justice of India overturning the order of Justice Chalameshwar, who thought that the case should be heard by the top 5 judges of the Supreme Court. 2 separate pleas filed by Prashant Bhushan and others were dismissed as the top court observed that there was no need to intervene in the matter. The 7-page letter by the top 4 judges was written when the order of Justice Chalameshwar was overturned. India Today was the first to expose the medical scam. Investigation done by India Today revealed that some barred medical colleges in UP were still admitting students. In the coming time, what needs to be seen is whether the Supreme Court pays any heed to the review filed by Prashant Bhushan in the Supreme Court, or the CBI can find any evidence to put the rumours to rest. Till then, this case will haunt the power corridors of the Supreme Court. With Anusha Soni, Bureau Report, India Today.
So, Ankit, after 2 days of diplomacy in Delhi, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his wife will arrive at Agra today to visit the Monument of Love, Taj Mahal. And UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will welcome Israel's first couple at the airport and will host them during their stay in Agra.
Well, after visiting the Mughal-era monument, Israeli Prime Minister and his wife will have lunch with the Chief Minister at a hotel. A security team from Israel is already in Agra and carried out inspections at different places en route leading the Taj Mahal. Have you been to that bench where usually people get a big checklist?
A lot of times. They used to ferry me off to the Taj.
People of Israel.
Now, BJP is likely to continue its protest against Congress President Rahul Gandhi on day 2 of his visit to the constituency in Amity.
On his home turf, Rahul performed a puja for Makar Sankranti in Amity before coming to his constituency. He visited his mother's constituency, Rai Bareli. However, his visit in fact was marred with protests and clashes between the Congress and the BJP workers. Rahul also hit out at Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, claiming no development work have been undertaken in the state.
And Chief Minister Adityanath has hit back, saying Rahul should not indulge in negative politics.
Well, the bull taming sport resumes for the 3rd day across Tamil Nadu, and already a fatality has been reported. A 19-year-old spectator was gored to death by a bull during Jallikat event in Madurai district yesterday.
And more than 25 people were injured in the bull taming event. Chief Minister Palaniswamy and his deputy Paneer Selvam are expected to be attending the Jallikat event today.
Day 2 of Tamil Nadu's Jallikat Bull Run. Tamers trying to subdue charging bulls as part of the traditional Pongal celebrations. The controversial event making a comeback after last year's ban and subsequent protest. Day 2 of Jallikat was marked by the death of a 19-year-old youth while watching the event in Madurai. Bull taming events were predominantly held in and around Madurai. Over 500 bulls with 400 bull tamers took part in the action sport, which requires tamers to cling on to back of rampaging bulls. After the government's directive, the authorities took no chance. Medical and alcohol tests were done for the participants and animals. Medical teams were on standby to attend to injuries.
It is a sport, and it happens in every sport. We have seen a cricketer being hit by a ball and died. So it is part of the sport. Injury is part of the sport.
Obviously, this being the very nature of the sport means that there will be injuries, and I think as a community it is seen as a sport of valor. So any sport of valor, there will be risks. The way we need to go about it is to see how we can minimize those risks by increasing the safety measures.
The prizes ranged from small steel vessels to a motorbike and even cars, depending on reputation and strength of the bull. Cops were deployed in large numbers as thousands from across Tamil Nadu thronged Madurai to witness Jallikattu. Chief Minister EPS and his deputy OPS are scheduled to attend a Jallikattu event on final day tomorrow. A variant of traditional Jallikattu was organized in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh, which borders Tamil Nadu. Participants let loose herds of decorated cows through narrow village streets. Tamers lined up the streets trying to catch the rampaging cows. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Madurai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.